Hi, I'm Cheryl Barrett, and I am from Illinois, and this is my 23 Intech Flyer Pursue. So, if there's a downside to the Intech Flyer Pursue, it's that it's quite heavy in the tongue. So I have this big tongue box, but I don't put much in here. And I actually got rid of the big heavy battery that they gave me with it and put in a mini lithium battery to take some of the weight off of it. Another part of the weight up front is the kitchen. In addition to the refrigerator and the stove, there is storage down here.
Yeah, nice storage like a bread box.
Yeah, I mean, I can get quite a bit in there. I'm not so much for cooking when I'm camping. I'm trying to get away from that. But there is a little Dometic 2-burner stove, and I like to bake, and I use my Omnia oven on this stove.
Oh, nice.
And bake.
So it seems like this trailer with its aluminum frame and everything does seem to be gearing towards reduction of weight. So, and I see you're towing with a mid-size SUV. So what your concern was that maybe it was with this gear was a little front heavy. It kind of pushes the trailer,
Yes.
the truck down a little.
The tongue weight is around 325, 350, where the overall weight is only 1,500.
Wow. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So I do get concerned about the tongue weight because I do have a small vehicle. The small vehicle pulls it just fine, but it's really near the limits for this vehicle in terms of tongue weight. The other things that are on the front that could create some weight is there's a water tank. It's 8.5 gallons underneath. There's a water pump. You can use city water too. I'm not today, but you can. There's quick connects here for water and here for propane. And the other thing that's probably creating some of the weight up front is that there is a propane furnace.
So this trailer has AC, actually a Dometic rooftop unit, and it has a propane furnace as well.
Mm-hmm. I do travel in the winter. I travel with my dog, so we take the camper, and we can stop and overnight at a rest stop and run that furnace, and we're toasty.
It's a really nice luxury, and you have a Max Air fan up here as
Yes.
well. This trailer really is beautiful. One of the things that seems to kind of differentiate from other teardrops, square drops, is the way this rear door opens. Tell me about your experience with that.
So there are these big rear doors. I suppose if you had bicycles or even a small motorbike of some sort, you could carry them in here.
Kind of like a toy hauler.
Yes. This company does make larger campers that are toy haulers, and instead of having the doors that swing out, they have a ramp. But this one it's not the smallest. There is also a trailer called the Chase that doesn't have the kitchen, but is pretty much otherwise just like this one. And this is real nice for me and my dog because my dog can't get in and out of the camper by herself. She has to be lifted in and out, and she has a lot of paraphernalia. You see a stroller, you see a crate.
Lots of dog accoutrement.
Yes. So, it's easier to get things in and out this way. The other nice thing about this is it's just this big open box that you can do whatever you want with. And I choose to have my bed on a cot because I'm not very big. I can sit on this like a couch too. I put the pillows behind me. It's quite comfortable. I still have several inches of room above my head. My sister, who's also this exact same size, sometimes comes along, and when she does that, we just take one of these mattresses and slip them on the floor, and we give her the cot, and I'll sleep on the floor, and we still have room for the dog.
I think it's just a great configuration. I mean, it looks really nice and comfortable and spacious, and you have it set up to work perfect for you, and you have room for a friend or a relative if you want to go. Now, you have the carpeted interiors. How have you liked that with this? That people love it for the sound. It's a little bit of insulation.
I do love it. It is, well, first of all, I can stick all my stuff up with Velcro. And then the second good thing about it is that you never get any condensation in the morning, you know, even on a 20-degree night when I've been running the furnace all night, everything's dry. And I really like that about that. And I wouldn't have it any other way now. When I started looking for a camper, I saw those beautiful wood sides in some of the campers, and I wanted that, I thought. But this just worked for me better, and I actually love the carpet now.
It, you know, I understand what you're saying, and it might be a higher performing material. The other one is like an aesthetic thing, right? But, you know, I never thought of the hook and loop, like the Velcro ability. That's a really nice feature. But I know it dampens the sound, and like you said, it fights condensation. How do you like this power station? So far, so good?
It's been really good. I've had it since November, I think. And I've never had any trouble with it.
So you supplement your trailer power with this and have enough to plug in your small USB items? And
yes, I would like to add solar at some point and haven't yet. So I only have a 100-watt battery, and I try to go easy on it by using this part of the time.
So talking to you earlier, not on this side, but the other, you actually had a 270 awning.
I did have a 270 awning.
So tell me about why you took that down.
I took it off just to spare the weight.
Yeah.
They're like 70 pounds. But I have been thinking about getting a smaller, like 6x6 awning and putting it on the rear, which only weighs about 30 pounds and would be in the right place to counter the tongue weight.
Absolutely. Yeah, starting to just rebalance your chart. Have you ever thought, if this becomes a bigger part of your life, that you would step up the tow vehicle to like a light truck? Or
I have thought about that.
it's such a beautiful car, but it's a shame that, because I mean the trailer's light, but you just need something that with a little more, you know, like an airbag or something to help counter the tongue weight.
Yes, and you know, it's something I probably need to look into more because I do enjoy this a lot. My son's leaving home this year, and what's Mom gonna do? Probably go camping.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is just the water fill and the water
city
hookup for city
connect.
water.
Okay.
I don't use it, but I do have a little like sprayer nozzle that fits in the quick connect. I guess you could shower with it if you like cold water. The only water heater I have is the stove.
That's not bad. I got away with that for 3 years. There's nothing wrong with it. So as a solo camper, just hitting the road by yourself for a lot of these trips, do you have any advice for anyone else who is maybe excited about doing the same but could use some words of wisdom?
Well, I guess you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know how to do everything. You'll learn as you go. I have, you know, done the axle. I've
You greased the bearings?
Yes, I did grease the
Very
bearings
nice.
by myself. It was scary, but you know, you learn to do things. And when you go to campgrounds at first. There's always people who will help you.
That's great advice. Thank you so much for
welcome.
taking the time. And I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.
These were here, and there was one on the side and one in the front.
Doggy just flipped her.
Oh. Is it time to get up? Is it time to get up, babe? Little dogs who explore everything with their nose would accidentally turn things on and off. But then I saw this one at the dealer and I bought it instead because it was lighter and cheaper and it was available.